Pipe Network presents. If you want to learn something new or useless about the world around you, why don't you try listening to the Banyu Podcast Reflushed on Spotify, Anchor, or any podcast app that you use?
Catch the Pizarra Tales weekly as we tackle issues about education and share experiences about teaching. Hosted by Jay Australia, available on your favorite podcast platforms.
Welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the LTG Show Podcast. Hey, it's Friday and you know what that means. Welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And this is the MTG Show Podcast, a wrestling podcast. Sorry guys. Ganito lang kasi yan. Nangangapa ulit ako dito. Kasi, alam niyo naman, pagod din ako eh. And ang isa lang sa mga naisip ko ngayon, parating na ang takeover. Meron din parating na all-women's pay-per-view on August sa NWA. And then we're going to talk about Aleister Black. Possible na bumalik din ng WWE. Kasi may mga bali-balita right now na possible na bumalik si Aleister Black sa promotion. We don't know yet. Hindi natin alam yung mga posibleng mangyari and hindi rin natin alam kung totoo ba yung kuro-kuro, totoo ba yung mga naririnig natin na balita. Totoo rin ba na babalik sa independent scene si Aleister Black? We don't know. Anything can happen. Yun ang gusto kong unang bungad sa inyo dito sa ating program ngayong linggo. So on this week's pod, ayan, ulitin natin. We're going to talk about Shingo Takagi. He won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And some review for Dominion 2021. Hindi ako magbibigay ng full review kasi di ko napanood ng buo. And then, we're going to talk about TakeOver in your house. And then we're going to talk about the upcoming NWA All Women's Pay-Per-View. Yung 73rd anniversary ni NWA. At saka yung SummerSlam na gaganapin din sa August 21st sa Las Vegas. And then, ayun, di na ako magtutok dito ng Raw, di na ako magtutok masyado ng SmackDown dito on this week's pod kasi medyo the Raw is really bad. Alam nyo, yung Raw ngayong linggo, ang una kong impression talaga sa episode na yun is nag-improve na siya ng konti. But sa iba't ibang aspects ng show, medyo masama pa din siya. Hindi siya watchable even 1 hour thing. Kasi may mga 1 hour shows kasi sa ibang countries, especially here in the Philippines, na nag-e-air ng 1 oras na Raw sa One Sports. Sobrang hindi pa rin watchable yung Monday Night Raw. Especially the main event scene. The main event of this week's Raw features Rhea Ripley ba? O Alexa Bliss? Alexa Bliss at saka si Shayna Baszler na yung kanilang Monster Heel ay natatakot sa manika. Ako kasi, unang-una ko palang iniisip yung segment na yun. Sobrang, sino ba nag-book nitong story na to? Bata ba nag-book ng story na to? Parang ganun eh. I don't know. Anything sasabihin ko sa inyo, Monday Night Raw is hindi talaga watchable at all. SmackDown, on the other hand, is a very, very good episode last week. Especially with the Tag Team Championship picture na lumaban nga si Jey Uso at si Jimmy Uso against The Mysterious, kaso nahaluan nga ng controversial book doon sa dulo ng episode tsaka doon sa umpisa ng episode. And din lang naman ang pinanood ko. Wala akong masyadong pinanood na weekly show except NXT and AEW. AEW kasi medyo andun pa ako sa disappointing sides ng AEW. Andun pa ako sa ibang side. That's why disappointed pa din sa AEW bookings lately. And especially na Friday sila and then di ko masyado nako-cover dito sa podcast. Medyo nadidismaya rin ako. Sorry about that. And medyo mag-overview tayo doon sa nangyari sa Impact doon sa 60-minute na gauntlet pa. Iron Man match for the X Division Championship, Josh Alexander versus TJ Perkins, TJP. Medyo mag-overview tayo doon ng konti. Di ko na review and i-rate. So, yun lang ating opening statement for this week's pod. We're going to do a 5 takes freestyle edition. Hindi ako magbabasa ng kahit ano. I'm going to give just my opinions and then move on. Mas mabilis yun, mas maigi, mas maganda. So, before we start this episode, 6:15 is coming in your way. So, of course, another Shopee mid-year payday sale sa Shopee. Only on June 15, that's Tuesday. And alam niyo nang gagawin nyo, libre yung shipping up to 60 pesos. And if gagamitin mo yung link ko, so that's tinyurl.com/ShopeeXMKShow, pwede ka makatulong here in the pod. And at the same time, pwede ka makatulong sa akin na, may bibilin pa kasi ako here in the pod. Abangan nyo na lang yung mga announcement ko siguro. Basta may plano ako Siyempre, lahat naman tayo may plano. And nga, Shopee, siyempre, Shopee naman lahat siguro. Lahat ng gusto nyong bilhin. And before we go, Pipe Marketplace, if you're finding a food, of course, yung hanap buhay sa kabila ng pandemya, and if you want to magpagawa ng art and artwork, meron po kami dun sa Pipe Marketplace. You can use Pipe Marketplace to start a business, to eat a food, whatever you want. And syempre, sa kabila ng lahat, na pwede kayo makapag-umpisa ng business with Pipe Marketplace. So, bisitahin nyo na lang si pipenetwork.co/marketplace. And if you want to do all of those things that I mentioned earlier, you can use my code TMTGSP and you will get discounts on the Pipe Marketplace. So, yeah, let's start the program. On this week's podcast nga, ang supposed to be headliner natin on this week is takeover lang. Takeover in your house. But before we go to our takeover predictions, and before we go sa ating Dominion review, short review lang kasi di ko napanood lahat. We're going to do the 5 takes. So, yeah, let's start 5 takes. First take natin. Mag-uumpisa tayo dun sa NWA. NWA, in-announce sa Power recently that they're going to have a all-women's pay-per-view on August 28. 29 is a NWA 73-year pay-per-view. And then 30 and 31 is going to be a NWA Power tapings. So that's 4 days sa St. Louis sa Chase Coliseum. Mayroon pa daw i-release the details very soon. My thoughts on it, Ayun nga pala, note pala dito is Mickie James, the wife of Nick Aldis, the NWA champion. Siya yung magbo-book or magiging executive producer of that pay-per-view. So it's good siya for Mickie James in my opinion. Nag-iisip-isip pa ako kung sino yung magiging talents ng NWA show na to. Medyo nasa ticking stage pa ako. But sana magkaroon din to ng crossovers with AEW and Impact. It's gonna be a good show for sure. Itong all women's pay-per-view, lalo't malaking task itong paglalagay nga ng all women's pay-per-view, and I wish na walang lalaki sa commentary table sa pay-per-view na to. I wish, cross fingers, walang lalaki na commentator doon sa parating na all women's pay-per-view. All women's nga anong say ng lalaki doon, except sa referee is a excuse daw, but the commentary, nah. Next, number 2 on our stories of the week. So, may bali-balita ngayon na possible na ibalik si Aleister Black sa promotion WWE. Kasi nagkakaroon nga ng mga negotiations right now between Aleister Black and WWE. Meron din kasing ibabalik na ilang talent sa promotion. And if iisipin natin yun, malaking opportunity din kay Aleister Black tong gagawin nila. And malaking push din yung possible na mangyari kay Aleister Black, if ever. Ito kasi yung balita. Sabi ng PW Insider, possible ibalik si Black sa the promotion and parang magkakaroon talaga siya ng push pag nabalik siya. And parang may nafe-feel kasi sila na victim si Black ng broken promises sa promotion. Parang kontrolado kasi lahat Alam niyo naman sa lahat ng bagay kontrolado talaga ni McMahon. That's for sure. Pero alamin natin the next few days if magkakatotoo tong pagbalik nga kay Aleister Black sa main roster. Dapat talaga i-rehire. Ako sabihin ko, i-rehire talaga dapat. Kahit si Braun Strowman, i-rehire din nila if ako yung tatanungin nyo. Sige. And then, next, meron ding iba pang bali-balita na di ako naniniwala na magre-retire talaga sila. Yung AUP kasi may mga bali-balita na babalik ang magre-retire ng AUP. But merong nag-tweet, I mean sa side ng AUP, sila mismo, Iker and I'm not sure kung yung mga pangalan nila ngayon Pero sige, AUP na lang para mas madali. So, AUP, nag-post sila ng 2 tweets. And then, if makikita nyo sa tweet, syempre, nakapakyo sila doon. Alam niyo na ang ibig sabihin, fake news. Yan ang hirap sa mga, mga news portals, especially wrestling portals, na di mo malaman kung totoo ba o hindi yung mga sinasabi nila sa promotions o sa mga bagay-bagay, sa mga sino-sino na hindi naman totoo. Kaya ako talaga, I don't trust them. Most of the time. Hindi talaga ako nanditiwala, sorry. And then, sunod naman natin, pang-apat na to. So, we're going to talk about Shingo Takagi. Shingo wins the IWGP Heavyweight Championship by beating Okada at Dominion last Monday. So, I'm going to give a review as well kasi medyo interesting naman. Kahit sinama ko na siya sa 5 takes natin ngayon linggo. So, si Okada, lumaban siya kay Takagi dahil nga nagbikat nga si Will Ospreay ng championship due to the injury at nasa UK siya today. And ang nanalo nga doon sa match is si Shingo Takagi, and then magkakaroon nga ng title defense versus Kota Ibushi kaso wala pa date na ina-announce si New Japan kung kailan gaganapin yung defense na yun ni Shingo Takagi. And then, sana naman may medyo matino-tino ng sana may matino ng direction si Takagi dito. Huwag sana dumating sa punto na magte-turn siya sa LIJ and then mag-feud siya with Naito. That feud is good. Magandang feud din yun. Kabang-abang. Pero I wish na parang Civil War. Yun ang gusto kong mangyari. And then later on, may magte-turn kay Takagi. Abangan na lang natin. Mas interesting yung ganon. Kaysa sa yung ginawa ni Evil last year. Parang sobrang lame nun para sa akin. Yung ginawa ni Evil kay Naito. Kay Naito rin pala. Medyo coincidence no? And then, next naman natin, number 5, final story of the week is ito, pag-usapan natin na madali itong Raw and SmackDown. Sa Raw, yung nangyari nga kay Alexa and then kay Shayna Baszler, I want to talk about it really quick. Parang, ang masasabi ko lang talaga dito, sobrang lamya. Sobrang lamya noong sobrang lamya nung main event spot nila. Yung nilagay nila sa main event spot yung story and then parang zero sense siya para sa akin. And at the same time, parang nakikita na rin natin na possible mag-turn dito si Shayna Baszler or si Nia Jax. Silang dalawa, either sa dalawa pwede sila mag-turn kasi alam niyo naman pag may nahawakan si Fiend or si Lexi, possible mag-turn. And possible talaga mag-turn dito si Shayna. Kasi yun na rin na nakikita natin to the past few weeks dahil na rin kay Reginald doon sa story nila ang tatlo. So, yan. Yun lang sa akin for And then, SmackDown this week. We're going to talk about it full. Nga pala. Hindi ko na gagawin isama dito sa broadcast natin sa 5 takes na to. So, wait. Parang ang last pa rin ng histang. Sige, tuloy natin So, we're going to do an NXT recap on this week's pod. So, today is Tuesday episode June 8. So, gagawa tayo ng recap on what happened on NXT this week. And then Raw. Then din ako nagkasama ng Raw kasi sinamarize ko na yung nangyari sa Raw. We're going to talk about SmackDown, NXT, AEW last week. So, ang NXT na to is a go-home show before the takeover in your house, pay-per-view. And then mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung nangyari sa yung predictions ko pala sa takeover in your house. And then ayan. So yeah. Let's start with the beautiful sides of the show rather. Ayun, so nag-challenge nga yung Legado del Fantasma in a winner take all match against Bronson Reed and MSK. That's why tinanong ko siya last Wednesday sa ating top question kung ano yung pinaka magandang winner take all match nyo ever. Mamaya babasahin natin mga comments. Yung sa Legado, gusto ko yung part na to na i-defend nila or mag-challenge sila sa both NXT Tag Team tsaka North American Championship. And inaccept naman nila yung challenge. So, kung i-close nila itong feud, kung i-close nila to, is a really, really good thing. But, at the same time, kung ang gusto ko talaga makita is Kushida and MSK versus them, Bronson Reed. May sense siguro to. Mas maganda to kasi ito yung parang original feud talaga. Nakikita ko. Kaysa kay Bronson. No hate kay Bronson but si Kushida siguro yung mas magandang mas appropriate Kasi sila yung nagpo-feud with MSK kaysa sa kanya doon kay sa Legado. Pero for sure naman mag-work out to. Mamaya ko na lang i-explain yung prediction ko for the pay-per-view. So, nagkaroon din ng match ang nagkaroon din ng ano ba to? Match. Sila, Swerve, tsaka si Killian Dane. One of the best teams talaga in the current history. Sila, Swerve Scott. And at the same time, parang nag-improve pa yung pag-build nila sa team, which is makes sense para sa akin. May sense siya at the same time. Gusto ko talaga magkaroon pa ng direction tong team nila. Kaya para sa akin may sense din at the same time. Parang pinapamukha kasi nila na malaking threat si Swerve Scott right now. So, walang bird dito. Baka sabihin nyo may bird dito. Wala na bird dito whatsoever. And then yun nga, nagkaroon nga ng face-off sila Cameron Grimes and si LA Knight. And then, in-announce ni Ted DiBiase na babalik niya yung $1 million championship. And then, the winner of that match, ako gusto ko talaga na the winner of that match will win the $1 million championship. And may sense talaga pag si Grimes yung nanalo dito. And then, may sense din pag nanalo si LA Knight dito. At least, makikita natin yung side niya with the winning side. But feeling ko si Grimes talaga yung mananalo dito kasi may basbas na siya ni Ted. So, yun nga, $1 million championship is a big addition talaga sa NXT. Mag-agree talaga ako doon sa side na yun. And then, ano pa? Ang hinayang lang ako na si Jake Atlas, hindi siya kasama dito sa story. Sobrang laki ng panghinayang ko kasi yun yung mga nakikita natin the recent few days na si Jake Atlas din yung isa sa mga kasama doon. And ito yung at least na iikot din nila sa $1 million championship itong story sa NXT. Kaya para sa akin good side din na ibalik nila to kahit sa NXT lang, hindi na sa main roster. Really good thing. For me And ito nga pala ay ladder match na sa TakeOver. So it's a really good match as well. Mamaya natin i-explain yung predictions ko for the match. And then, ayun na nga. Bumalik na si Papi, release na rin yung album niya featuring the newest theme song of NXT, Say Cheese. And yun, nag-perform nga siya. Nakakatuwa na ginamit nila yung NXT for dropping the album. Kasi Papi is a family na din sa NXT Loud. And then, yung natatawa talaga ako sa part dito nila Dexter Lumis tsaka ni Indy Hartwell sa index niya. Medyo, nung una, hindi talaga ako natatawa. Hindi ako natutuwa dito. Pero lately, nag-iiba na yung feeling ko about the segment. Na plus, medyo nakakapanibago pa din. Na parang hindi na threat itingin sa kanila kina Candice LeRae. But at the same time, sobrang tuwa talaga ako na maganda yung reception ng tao dun sa storyline na to between Dexter Lumis, Indy Hartwell, tsaka The Way. Sobrang I wish talaga na may happy ending itong feud na to. And balik tayo kay Papi. Nagbalik na nga si Io Shirai sa NXT after a few weeks of break pagkatalo niya kay Raquel Gonzalez. It's a really good additional pa din sa NXT roster. Malaking additional talaga to si Io. And then, Fight Forever. Yun talaga ang nakikita natin. Sobrang ganda ng segment na to. Sobrang, I love the segment. And yun nga, nag-workout nga yung album release at least napakinggan na natin yung album din. So yan. And then finally, the main attraction on this week's NXT is a face-off between all of the participants on the Fatal 5-Way match. Alam nyo, itong to, yung ending itong show na to, sobrang, alam nyo yun na sobrang classic eh. Sobrang, alam nyo, ito yung NXT talaga. Na super kicks over and over. And then, as long as Cross will win this thing, I'm good at. Yun talaga ang sa akin. Para naglaban-laban na sila. Sobrang solid nitong end na to. And isa sa mga guarantee ko dito on this one is gusto ko manalo. Wala naman mananalo sa kanila. Wala mananalo sa ibang participants dito. Maliban kay Karrion Kross. Si Adam Cole is there para lang pampagulo, pang main attraction, pang trash talk, pandagdag sa talk, sa story na to. So, yun lang sa akin. Yun lang sa akin. And then we're going to talk about some segments on SmackDown. Kasi SmackDown is a really good show last Saturday. And I want to do a small review of it. Kahit hindi na masyadong mahaba. Kasi alam niyo naman, ako, nowadays, I don't watch main roster shows. Instead, ang pinapanood ko talaga is yung NXT Dynamite. Tsaka some NWA. Kasi NWA is a really good show then lately. And hindi ko nare-regret yung panonood ko ng NWA Power. Kasi wala akong Fight TV. Sa baba may Fight TV. Wait lang ha. So, before we continue, syempre Lazada, wala pa silang sale. But however, if you're going to shop on Lazada, please use my links tinyurl.com/LazadaXMTShow. Lahat ng bagay, lahat ng gusto mong bilhin, lalo na ngayong pandemya, nasa Lazada yan. Kaya, please use my links again. That's tinyurl.com/LazadaXMTShow. And, yun ang code ko for Lazada. And, of course, link. So, let's continue with our SmackDown review. It's gonna be a short review lang para sa akin. Ayan. So, nag-kick off nga si Roman ng SmackDown. Walang bago kasi he wants to start or to finish the SmackDown show. It makes sense na magandang may sense to for sure. And he wants to sure na lahat ng pamilya niya manonood. Yun na. Parang ang ginagawa kasi nila kay Roman right now is para siyang tawag dito, matchstick. Na pag once na sinindihan mo lahat ng kandila, for sure, it's gonna be a big fire on him. Ganon, napakalaki niyang star power right now. And it makes sense na siya yung lagi nag-uumpisa or nag-e-end ng show. Kaya, kailangan andun talaga siya. Walang makaka-close doon kay Roman right now. And yung parang na-elevate talaga ni Roman yung mga ilang matches because of his warnings. Kasi alam niyo naman Roman na walang bago doon. However, gusto ko na improvements pa. May mga improvements pa. So obviously na-retain yung tag titles on the first match. And then nagkaroon nga ng controversial thing dito sa SmackDown na to. And then continue natin, marami pa tayong anuin. So ayan nga, nag-challenge nga si Bianca Belair for the championship at Hell in a Cell. I don't care about it though. But sabihin ko na lang, dapat last na to. And then I want to give a props din kay Bayley at the same time. Kasi from being the most lazy, hindi naman lazy, sobrang lame lang ng part niya sa WrestleMania. Hanggang ngayon na binibigyan siya ng credit. And sobrang laking credible niya sa challenger for Bianca Belair's championship. And we know na alam natin na matatalo siya sa Hell in a Cell. Natalo rin siya sa WrestleMania Backlash. But si Bianca Belair and si Bayley, sobrang ganda ng chemistry nila. And itong run na to ni Bayley right now, nag-grow na siya sa akin. And it makes sense. Sobrang laki ng sense itong story na to. And I wish na Bayley can stole the show once again. And yung kanyang gimmick ngayon ay magtuloy-tuloy pa. Hindi yung doon lang sa story kay Bianca. It's gonna be a really good stuff for sure. And then, ayan. So, ganun pa rin nangyayari King Corbin tsaka Nakamura. Walang bago doon. Sobrang corny na rin. Sobrang nako-cornyan ako lately. Na parang sinasabi niya na Nakamura can beat Corbin on his own. Ganun ang nakikita natin eh. Oo. Na parang nagiging relevant si Nakamura because of his backup. Si Bogs for sure. And then we have a Intercontinental Championship match. Apollo Crews versus Kevin Owens. That's a really good match though. But as usual, Sami Zayn is there for Kevin Owens, and then di pa tapos yung feud nila. For sure. Interesting pa rin to. Abangan natin may mga build-ups pa sila. And kailangan natin abangan yun for the next episodes of SmackDown. And finally, the round 2 of this story. Grabe yung pina-Dominic and kay Rey Mysterio. Alam nyo, grabe yung murder ni Roman doon. And I love it. Sobrang ganda nitong spot na to. Sobrang ganda ng end nila sa SmackDown this week. And Roman ending the show makes sense to me. However, hindi pa natin makikita siguro makikita na natin na malalaban si Roman at saka si Rey Mysterio. Dahil doon sa ginawa niya kay Dominic on the episode. And mag-uumpisa siguro yung build nila on that. Sa next episode of SmackDown sa Friday. Yun na nakikita ko. And it's gonna be a good match for sure. It's gonna be a big fight. For me, it's gonna be a big fight on SmackDown and Hell in a Cell for the championship. So, ayan. It's time to predict NXT TakeOver in your house. Real quick. So, first match of the card is a NXT Championship match. It's gonna be Karrion Kross defending the championship against 4 other men. Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, and Kyle O'Reilly. And isa lang sure ko dito, si Kross yung mananalo ng match. Di ko lang alam kung sino yung mag-take ng pin. Siguro ang mag-take dito ng pin is si Gargano for sure. Siya kasi yung parang pinaka-lame story right now sa kanilang 4 na challengers niya. But for sure, Karrion Kross is going to win this thing. Wala nang ibang dahilan. Kung may mananalo sa 4, siguro Adam Cole. Adam Cole lang nakikita ko. And the next is the ladder match, $1 million championship. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight. Putting the $1 million championship is a big plus to NXT. Nasabi ko na yan kanina. Malaking addition yun sa NXT. And I wish Cameron Grimes will win this thing. And at the same time, wag sana nila i-bury si LA Knight kasi wala pa siyang panalo na matino sa NXT. So, Cameron Grimes. And then we have Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. A singles match. Xia Li, obviously. No more explanations, obviously, Xia Li. May mga ma-add pa na matches sa card ng takeover na to. But sorry, hindi ko na siya masasama kasi pre-recorded tong show. So we have a NXT Women's Championship, Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon. for the NXT Women's Championship. So I think obviously Raquel must win. Obvious naman, wala na akong ibang explanations doon. And finally, the winner take all match, 6-man tag team match for the NXT North and Tag Team Championships. So MSK and Bronson Reed versus Legado del Fantasma. Malaking obvious dito na mananalo dito ang Legado. Malaking possible din na Legado mananalo. But I think 50% possible manalo dito yung team nila MSK and Bronson. Anything is possible talaga. But I think Bronson will win this thing. For his team. So, yun lang sa akin. Medyo obvious lang sa akin na madalagdagan pa tong match. And masasabi ko, sobrang small nitong cards na to for takeover. It's not the biggest, but not bad. Hindi na siya masama na card for the takeover. So, speaking of winner take all matches, we're going to ask you guys the best winner take all match is. That's the question for this week. So we're going to read some comments and I'm going to give opinions on it. Kasi yun naman talaga ginagawa ko sa segment na to. So let's start. So si Gebregala sabi is a Becky versus Flair versus Rousey for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship ba to? Sobrang ganda rin ng laban na yan sa WrestleMania. And then Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 6. I'm not sure about it. Kung anong titles to. I think this is the WWE and IC, ano? Di ko sure. But, well, yun. WrestleMania 6. Ito, isa pa yung Stone Cold, Triple H versus Undertaker and Kane. I think ito yung US IC, the championship, and the tag team. Yung nanalo nga sila Austin dito. That's a really good thing. It's a really good match for sure para sa akin. And yeah. And then another match, RBD versus Jeff Hardy. I'm not sure kung kailan to, 2000 ano nata to? 2003, 4? Not sure. Di ko sure eh. Basta yun. Yun ang di ko lang sigurado. And then kay Mark Angelo Sarino, yung ating suki na rin dito sa show. Ayun, same lang din naman kay Gebregala. And kay Ron Alvarez, same din kay Kevin Jimenez doon sa Stone Cold Triple H thing. And then, yun lang ito sa akin i-explain ko lang mabilis. Para sa akin, maganda yung Rollins versus Cena on 2015. Sobrang alam mo yun na we know na Cena will lose the championship to Rollins para mag-cement siguro yung story ni Rollins as the future of WWE, and he did it on his own. On his own with wait. Muntik ko na makalimutan si Jon Stewart. Yun lang talaga ang panira. But besides, ang ganda ng laban na to. I love the match despite the 28-day lang yung reign dito ni Seth. It's a really good thing. Really good match. And for sure, isa to sa mga matches na hindi ko makakalimutan. Pwede ko rin i-mention dito yung Undisputed Championship Unifications doon noong 2001 din. Yung Jericho, Rock, Austin thing. And I think si Booker T pa na. That's a really good. And one night na unify nila yung WCW and the WWE Championship. That's a really good thing para sa akin. Para sa akin lang that's a really good match. Matches, I mean. Kasi madami yun. And munti ko na makalimutan. May nabasa ko eh. Medyo natutuwa ako doon sa comment niya. Doon sa wait lang, basahin ko Sabi ni Hanson Cow, yung Team WWF versus Alliance. I know na hindi siya title match eh. But Sabi niya winner take all daw. It makes sense. Kasi winner take all naman yung usapan natin ngayon. So, yeah. Natatawa na lang ako. Sobrang, Jesus Christ. Ayan. So, ngayon, we're going to talk about our takes of the week, yung mga pinik natin from last Monday. Paalala ko sa inyo guys, 3 linggo tayo na, ano ba tawag dito? 3 linggo tayo sunod-sunod na Monday tayo magda-drop nun. So, yeah, it makes sense to me. So, yun. Wait lang, hanapin ko lang yung ano ko. So, yung match of the week natin for this week is the match between Okada and Takagi. Hindi ko pa pala nare-rate to. From last Monday's Dominion. I think this match is a really good match and deserve na to 5.25 over 5. Para sa akin lang, 5.25 over 5. And sobrang every time na magko-compete si Takagi sa matches na to, since January, hindi pa siya nata nakakuha ng 4 pababa sa akin. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then our woman of the week, speaking of woman of the week, si Camille na nga pala ang NWA Women's Champion after she defeated former champion Serena Deeb in a match on NWA's pay-per-view last Sunday sa When Shadows Will Fall ba yan? I'm sure, di ko sure yung pangalan. So, that's a pay-per-view last Sunday. And at the same time, na-retain ni Nick Aldis yung championship versus Trevor Murdoch. And yun, that's a really good thing. Speaking of Camille's run right now as NWA Women's Champion and her run since magbalik yung NWA is really, really good for me. And finally, our superstar of the week is Shingo Takagi. Panoorin nyo na lang yung match sa Dominion. Doon, yun ang patunay ko. That's why I'm going to pick Shingo Takagi on this week. Siyempre, wag niyong kakalimutan si Adam Cole. Yung promo niya last week, sobrang pulido nun po siya. Wala akong masabing iba. And hindi ko pwedeng bigyan ng negative side yung ginawa na yun ni Adam Cole because that thing is really, really, really good for me. Yun. So, dito na natapos ang ating podcast for this week. Follow the podcast for more content, of course. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at the MTG Show Pod. And then, makinig na rin kayo sa podcast na to every week on your favorite podcast platforms and on the podcast app on the Google Play Store, Android phones. And then, of course, pwede rin kayo makinig sa amin sa Pipe Network website, pipenetwork.co. And bisitahin nyo na rin yung shows natin, ibang shows pa ng Pipe Network sa website, pipenetwork.co. And then, follow nyo na rin si Pipe Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for more updates at Pipe Network. Follow nyo na rin ako on my personal social media platforms at AG Penera, Twitter, Instagram. And, yun. That's it for this week's pod. Stay safe, stay Russo. Register to vote. Fuck them. Get them out of here. And, see you on the next one. Huwag nyong kalimutan yung mga roles nyo sa buhay because 2022 we're going to pay and kailangan pagbayaran nila yung mga shit nila na ginagawa nila right now. So again, have a pipe day. This is the MJ Show Podcast episode number 54 in the books. Thank you. See you on the next spot.